Right now, a tool is within arm's reach of you. A phone, a fork, a pen, and you used one in the last minute without giving it a single thought. The first one ever, the first object a living creature deliberately shaped to do a job, was made about 3.3 million years ago. And the hands that made it weren't human. Which is exactly where the story of you begins. When you picture the first toolmaker, you probably see a caveman, hunched over, hairy, knocking two rocks together by firelight. Maybe a Neanderthal. Maybe some early version of us. It's a nice image. It's also completely wrong. The creature that made the first tool had a brain about the size of a chimpanzee's, walked the earth hundreds of thousands of years before anything you could call human existed, and almost certainly had no idea it was inventing anything at all. To understand how we know that, you have to start with the story that was wrong for 50 years. For most of the last century, it went like this. Around 2.6 million years ago, in the Gona region of Ethiopia, something started making stone tools, simple ones. You take a rounded stone, the core, and you strike it with another stone, the hammer, at exactly the right angle, and a flake peels off with an edge sharper than any tooth in your mouth. Archaeologists call this the Olduvai. And in 1964, Louis Leakey and his colleagues found a fossil at Olduvai Gorge in Tanzania, gave it a brain bigger than an ape's, and hands that looked built for gripping, and named it Homo habilis, literally, handy man. The name was a statement. This was the toolmaker. This was the moment an ape became a human, because it could make a blade, big brain, then tools, then us. Clean story. But in 2015, the story broke. A team led by Sonia Harmond, an archaeologist at Stony Brook University, was working on the west side of Lake Turkana in Kenya. They'd actually taken a wrong turn looking for a different site, and in the dirt, they found stone tools. 149 of them, cores and flakes, deliberately struck. The tools weren't the shocking part. The date was, they dated the layer to 3.3 million years ago. Sit with that number. That's about 700,000 years older than the oldest Olduvai tools anyone had ever found. And it's roughly 500,000 years before the first member of our own genus, Homo, even shows up in the fossil record. The oldest jawbone we have from Homo is dated to about 2.8 million years ago. So, whatever napped these blades, it could not have been human. Homo didn't exist yet. The toolmaker beat us here by 500,000 years. So who was it? Here's what was living in that exact place, at that exact time. Australopithecus afarensis, Lucy's species, the small upright ape Donald Johanson dug out of the Ethiopian ground in 1974. And Kenyanthropus platyops, a flat-faced hominin Meave Leakey's team found right there at Lake Turkana. Their brains? Around 400 to 500 cubic centimeters, about a third the size of yours, about the same as a chimp's. And here's the part that should stop you. That brain, the one you'd glance at and call an ape, understood something. It understood that if you strike one stone against another at a precise angle, with the right force, you get an edge. The window is narrow. Hit it too steep, and nothing happens. Too flat, and the rock just shatters. You have to find the angle, and you have to find it on purpose, over and over, reliably enough to leave a pile of finished tools behind. Try it yourself, and you'd struggle. Modern humans have to be taught how to nap stone, and most of us are genuinely terrible at it. A creature with a third of your brain had it solved 3.3 million years ago. It might go back even further. In 2010, Shannon McFerrin and a team published cut marks on animal bones from Dikika in Ethiopia, dated to about 3.4 million years ago. Marks that look like stone edges slicing meat off bone. The likely butcher? Lucy's species? Again, now this one is genuinely debated. Some researchers argue the marks could come from crocodile teeth, or animals trampling the bones, not tools at all. But if it holds up, it means hominins were putting sharp stone to use before they were even leaving piles of tools behind. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable, because the line between a tool and a rock you happen to pick up is a lot blurrier than you think. In Serra da Capivara, a national park in Brazil, there are wild capuchin monkeys that bang stones together. And in 2016, a team of researchers showed that when they do, they accidentally produce sharp flakes that are almost impossible to tell apart from the oldest hominin tools. The monkeys aren't trying to make anything. They're not cutting anything. They just like smashing rocks. And the byproduct looks exactly like the thing we once called the dawn of humanity. Chimpanzees do their own version. They pick the right stone, carry it to a good anvil, and crack nuts with it. Using a stone, it turns out, is not a human thing. It's an ape thing. It might be older than apes. Which brings us to the strangest possibility of all. The first tool probably wasn't stone at all. Think about what survives 3 million years in the ground. Stone. That's basically the whole list. Wood rots. Bone breaks down. Plant fiber is gone in a season. And chimps, right now, today, strip the leaves off sticks to fish termites out of mounds and sharpen sticks into crude spears to hunt. If our ancestors were doing anything like that, those tools decomposed millions of years before the oldest rock we'll ever dig up. So that 3.3 million year date isn't really the beginning. It's just the oldest thing that didn't rot. The real first tool is invisible, and it always will be. So let's actually answer the question. Who made the first tool? Not a human. Almost certainly a small upright ape, an australopith, or a close cousin, standing on an African floodplain 3.3 million years ago, with a brain the size of a chimp's, who worked out that a rock could become a sharper tooth. No ceremony, no genius. It was probably just hungry. And here's the part that rewrites everything. For 50 years, the story was big brain first, then tools. Lucy's relatives flipped it. The tools came first. For hundreds of thousands of years, creatures that were not yet human were making, carrying, remembering, and almost certainly teaching each other how to make a cutting edge. And making a tool is hard. You have to plan it. You have to see the finished edge inside a rock that doesn't have one yet. You have to hold the technique in your head and hand it to the next generation. Some scientists think it was exactly those demands. Make it, remember it, teach it, repeat for 1 million years, that slowly grew the brain that eventually became ours. We didn't make tools because we got smart. We may have gotten smart because we made tools. So the next time you pick up your phone, the tool that's probably within arm's reach of you right now, follow the chain back, past the factory, past the printing press, past the wheel, past the first bronze blade, past the first chipped flint, all the way back to a hungry ape on a riverbank who needed an edge and had no idea it was starting anything at all. It wasn't human. It wasn't trying to change the world. It just hit one rock against another. And somewhere in the millions of years that followed, the tools started making us.